Hey, Patriots fans! The energy around New England has been building as we move into the most crucial part of the season. And today we have updates that could really change the landscape. The big news that has everyone talking is the return of key players to practice, which is raising expectations among fans and analysts alike. Jared Wilson, Schooler, and Tonga were all out on the field participating in full drills, signaling that their return to game action might be right around the corner. This is significant because these athletes have been sidelined for varying periods, and their presence on the field could provide the spark the Patriots need to make a strong push in the remaining stretch of the season. Tonga's return, in particular, is noteworthy. With Milton Williams still on injured reserve, Tonga's ability to perform as a lead blocker in the running game while also contributing to offensive schemes makes him a vital asset. His combination of size, strength, and skill allows him to control crucial moments, creating opportunities for the offense to operate more efficiently. Schooler's return also cannot be understated. Known as one of the most effective special teams players in the league, his presence can dramatically influence field position battles and impact games against teams with explosive units, such as the Bills. Seeing all three players participate fully in practice has infused the team with a renewed sense of optimism. Naturally, caution remains, particularly around Schooler, who is still managing some ankle issues. So while the return of these players is encouraging, the coaching staff will be carefully managing their workload to ensure they are ready for the intensity of live competition. Beyond individual players, the Patriots' position in the playoff race is a major storyline as the season enters its final phase. At present, Denver has taken the top seed in the AFC with 11 wins and 2 losses, edging out New England due to tiebreaker rules. While this might seem like a setback initially, the path for the Patriots to reclaim the top spot is still very much achievable. A close look at the remaining schedule reveals some favorable matchups and opportunities for New England to capitalize. Coming off a bye week gives the team time to heal, integrate returning players, and prepare for the challenges ahead. Denver's remaining slate of games is demanding, featuring only one road matchup in Kansas City, along with home games against Green Bay, Jacksonville, and the Los Angeles Chargers. These opponents present challenges, but the Patriots have a realistic chance to climb back up the standings if they approach each game strategically and utilize a fully healthy roster. Divisional matchups, in particular, will carry immense weight, and every snap, tackle, and conversion could directly impact playoff positioning. The intensity in these games is expected to be off the charts, with each team fighting for every inch of advantage, making New England's preparation and execution absolutely critical. The broader AFC landscape adds another layer of complexity to the narrative. Teams like Green Bay and Jacksonville are solidifying their positions, while the Chargers and Chiefs are navigating more turbulent paths in the playoff hunt. Kansas City, in particular, faces a difficult road, needing wins to remain competitive in the fiercely contested AFC West. Every game from this point forward matters, and the Patriots' schedule, though not without challenges, presents a slightly more controlled set of variables. With 3 remaining games at home and manageable travel demands, New England has the opportunity to maintain and potentially improve its standing. The matchup against the Bills looms large, as Buffalo currently sits at 9 wins and 4 losses. A victory in Foxborough could shift momentum dramatically, boosting team confidence and setting the stage for a strong playoff run. Tactically, the return of Tonga and Schooler could influence multiple aspects of the Patriots' game plan. Tonga's blocking ability opens up the running game and creates space for explosive plays, while Schooler's expertise on special teams can sway field position battles in tight contests. Jared Wilson's encouraging practice performances indicate that he can step in effectively if needed, adding depth to key positions. When multiple players return from injury simultaneously, it energizes the team both physically and mentally, providing cohesion and renewed confidence as New England faces the final stretch of the regular season. The impact of these returns extends beyond the field as well, as veteran presence and leadership help stabilize the locker room and set the tone for intense, high-stakes matchups. Looking ahead, several games will likely define the Patriots' playoff trajectory. While Buffalo represents a formidable challenge, other opponents present opportunities to solidify the team's standing. Teams such as the Ravens and Jets remain unpredictable, while Miami has shown signs of resurgence. Home games in Foxborough offer a distinct advantage, providing familiar surroundings and crowd support that can influence the pace and outcome of close contests. Depth is critical during this phase, and recent roster moves, including the return of experienced players to the practice squad, ensure that New England can weather injuries or unexpected developments without significant performance drops. Players who bring familiarity and reliability to the roster provide stability during high-pressure moments, contributing to consistent execution across the team. The remaining games for both the Patriots and the Broncos make the chase for the top seed especially compelling. Denver faces demanding matchups that could impact their record, while New England has a blend of challenging opponents and potential opportunities to leverage home field advantage. The bye week allows the Patriots to focus on health, recovery, and tactical adjustments, which could be decisive in navigating the final stretch effectively. By executing strategically and managing player workloads, New England can realistically reclaim the top seed and enter the playoffs with momentum and confidence, ready to face the intensity of postseason football. Managing returning players from injury is another key factor to watch. Integrating starters who have been sidelined can be a delicate process, especially as practice intensity ramps up in preparation for games that carry massive playoff implications. Tonga, Schooler, and Wilson bring skill, experience, and leadership, which not only improves performance on the field but also elevates team morale. Coaches will need to carefully balance practice reps, ensuring players remain healthy while maintaining readiness for game day action. The timing of these reintegrations can directly impact the team's performance, and careful management could be the difference between gaining traction in the playoff race and falling short. Each upcoming game represents a critical chance to assert dominance and solidify playoff positioning. Returning to a mostly healthy roster offers the Patriots an opportunity to make a statement to the league and themselves. The team has demonstrated resilience all season, overcoming injuries and setbacks, but the next phase will require near-perfect execution, particularly against opponents competing just as hard for playoff spots. Special teams, often overlooked, will play a pivotal role. Schooler's presence can shift field position, influence momentum, and affect close games, particularly in matchups where quick scoring and game-changing plays are possible. His ability to read the field and provide leadership in coverage and returns can be decisive in tight contests, adding a layer of tactical advantage that goes beyond statistics. From an offensive standpoint, Tonga's blocking and ability to create lanes enhance the running game while supporting passing schemes. Balancing run and pass plays keeps defenses guessing and allows New England to exploit mismatches effectively. Depth on the roster ensures stability, even if starters face unexpected challenges. Defensive schemes remain disciplined and adaptable, but the return of key contributors adds complexity. Tonga's dual role impacts defensive alignments indirectly, and adjustments may be needed depending on opposing teams' offensive threats. Strategic deployment of returning players, workload management, and in-game adjustments will be essential to maintaining efficiency while minimizing exposure to risk. Examining the AFC playoff picture further, the Patriots' route remains promising yet challenging. Denver's schedule is tough, but with careful management and preparation, New England can take advantage of potential slip-ups. Teams like the Chargers, Packers, and Jaguars are competitive, creating unpredictability and opportunities to advance. Home games in Foxborough offer familiar environments, fan support, and tactical advantages, which can help mitigate pressure and fatigue. Travel and logistics remain important considerations as away games test preparation, focus, and recovery, but careful planning can minimize the impact on performance. Veteran leadership, roster depth, and experience in high-pressure environments equip the Patriots to navigate this demanding period successfully. Momentum and confidence are equally crucial in this stretch. Each win against a playoff contender builds belief in the team's capability, while setbacks provide opportunities for adjustment and refinement. The return of veterans strengthens both performance and locker room dynamics, positively influencing younger or less experienced players. Combining tactical planning, execution, and the leadership of returning contributors enhances team cohesion, making the Patriots stronger collectively than the sum of their parts. Individual performances will also be closely watched as players returning from injury need to prove readiness, execute decisively, and maintain consistent effort. Coaches will rely on practice results, game film, and situational readiness to determine optimal deployment, balancing playoff urgency with health management to maximize team performance. Psychological factors are critical as well. Competing for the top seed introduces intense pressure, but the Patriots have veteran leaders who can help the team remain composed. Staying focused, managing expectations, and channeling stress into performance are all vital for achieving success in these final games. The mix of returning talent, tactical opportunities, and home field advantages creates a scenario where New England can reclaim the #1 seed and enter the playoffs with momentum, confidence, and a strong foundation. Every snap, decision, and execution over the coming weeks will shape the narrative of this season, setting the stage for what could be a pivotal and memorable stretch for the Patriots, their fans, and the entire AFC. As the season progresses, the focus shifts from individual returns to how the team integrates these players into full game scenarios. The Patriots now have the challenge and the opportunity to see how Tonga, Schooler, and Wilson influence both practice and live competition when matched against top-tier opponents. Each player brings a unique skill set that can transform game dynamics. Tonga's ability to dominate the line of scrimmage not only opens running lanes, but also provides crucial protection for quarterbacks, enabling more complex passing schemes to be executed with confidence. The offensive line benefits from his presence, as his size and technique create stability and give the skill players room to operate at peak efficiency. Schooler, meanwhile, elevates the special teams unit, which often serves as a hidden weapon in close contests. His experience in reading plays, anticipating returns, and adjusting to high-pressure situations adds an element of reliability that can swing momentum in New England's favor. Jared Wilson's versatility allows the coaching staff to rotate players strategically, offering depth and flexibility that is invaluable during this phase of the season. The return of these athletes has a psychological effect as well, lifting the team's morale and providing a sense of readiness that was absent while they were sidelined. As New England prepares for the next stretch of games, every matchup carries added significance. Divisional rivalries intensify as teams fight not only for playoff positioning, but also for pride and control over the dynamics within their respective conferences. The Patriots will need to approach each contest with precision, discipline, and adaptability, as their opponents are equally motivated and aware of the stakes. The combination of returning players, home field advantages, and tactical preparation positions New England to compete at the highest level, but execution will be the determining factor. Coaches will need to carefully monitor player workloads, especially for those recently returning from injury, to ensure they are primed for full-speed competition without risking setbacks that could compromise the team's trajectory. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Your support helps us bring you the latest updates on the New England Patriots. And of course, drop your thoughts and comments. We love hearing from Patriots fans. A low hum of unease has been moving through Foxborough, and by late afternoon, it had grown into the kind of murmur that seems to rattle helmets in their lockers. According to whispers circulating inside the facility, head coach Mike Vrabel may have reached a breaking point with one of his projected starters after what sources describe only as a heated confrontation. No one is going on record, and no one is offering clarity on what sparked the clash, but the talk spreading around the league is that Vrabel left the exchange visibly frustrated and unwilling to revisit the conversation. One voice close to the situation even claimed the coach was overheard saying the player won't be back with the Patriots, though that phrasing, too, is wrapped in layers of uncertainty and secondhand retellings. Vrabel, the former Ohio State standout and longtime NFL linebacker, has never been shy about demanding intensity, accountability, and an almost old-school toughness from his roster. Those familiar with his coaching style insist that confrontations aren't unusual. What is unusual is the sense that this one lingered. By the time players filtered out of the locker room, staffers were already muttering about an incident, and by evening the rumor mill was running hotter than a mid-season practice under stadium lights. Some around the team speculate it may have been a clash of philosophies, not personalities. Others suggest it could be a reaction to simmering tension built up over the past few weeks. A few dismiss the whole thing as exaggerated drama in a building that generates plenty of it. Still, there's an undeniable buzz, a feeling that something shifted, even if no one can say precisely what. What makes this murmur harder to ignore is Vrabel's reputation for decisive action. When he feels a line has been crossed, he rarely hesitates. Yet with no official statement, no roster move, and no confirmation from anyone willing to attach a name to their claims, everything remains suspended in uncertainty. For now, Foxborough waits, half expecting an announcement, half expecting the entire story to dissolve into nothing more than another off-season ghost story drifting through the hallways of franchise that never lacks for it. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving fresh and exclusive Patriots news, make sure to subscribe and hit like. We always appreciate hearing your opinions in the comments. See you in the next one, Patriots Nation.